This might work. Let's see how bad it is. Come on, girls. Oh, it is freezing out here. We've had a lot of wind here lately again, can't you tell? Supposed to get pretty cold here again for this next coming week. Here. So, as you know, in the wintertime, the buckets freeze. These are the kind of waterers I have. And then what I do is drill little holes in the bottom so the water doesn't lay in there. But as you can see, they're frozen. So I might have to go get something to bust that out. This might work. Let's see how bad it is. That's pretty solid. So what you can do is, before they freeze, you get one of these and stick them in there. These are a bird bath heater. I've had this one, I think, a couple years now. I think it still works. You just plug it in. I think it's only like 50 watts. It's automatically controlled, like with a thermostat, so it'll kick on and off as it needs. So you just throw it in your bucket, and I'll fill this up. Then once I plug that in, it'll thaw the bucket out, and the chickens will be able to get a drink. And it works really nice. I think I have 2 of them. I'm trying to find the other one. And then I'm gonna put it in the other coops I have, because it's been really cold here lately, or it's getting cold again. I think we're gonna be like in the teens next week. So I'll be dumping buckets every day, if not, with the cold water frozen. Oh, and here's another tip. See the piece of copper pipe in there? And it helps the algae from growing. It'll keep the bucket cleaner. In the wintertime, you don't got to worry about it, but this is how I do. I drilled out the hole here of the bucket, so the cord will hang out. And then I just put it in the coop like that, and we're good to go. So then I just check it as it needs water, I'll fill it up. And that'll keep it good until we start to get to spring and it starts to thaw out. So yeah, that thing is awesome, because then I don't got to worry about the water freezing. And that's a real pain, even though I have ducks, so I got to basically check on them every day. They splash all their water out anyway, so I gotta feed them water every day because I don't have like a big pond or pool or whatever for them to drink out of. So this works for now. Oh, another thing. One of my pet peeves. I could never get a bucket handle like these. You know, after a while they always crack, fall off, and bust. This is one I printed on my 3D printer. I found the, I searched it on my Bamboo Lab printer. I have a P1S, and it's on Maker Labs. But I got to like, I don't know, it was like 6 minutes left and my printer screwed up. So, but it still works. But that's nice. They just snap together, and I don't know, we'll see how long it lasts. This is my other heater that I have. Amazon. I'll put a link down to those or something similar of what I usually get. So yeah, they work nice. What are you doing up there? You say hi to the camera? See, this is a cool, I think this is a rooster. It's got really cool feathers. Don't you? I think they're a little hungry. There, she's the hen that hatched my little chicks. They're not little no more. Especially the one that I just held, that was one of the chicks. And they're pretty big. And those are the noisy ones over here, all these ducks. All right. All right, I'm gonna go. Watch out! I'm gonna go feed the chickens. I'm gonna fill up their bucket over here with some water. Because it's frozen at the moment. And put the heater in it. And they should be good for a couple days. Then I won't have to lug buckets of water for a while. It's pretty solid. I also got a piece of copper pipe in that one too. Yeah, so you just plop it in there and hook it up. It's pretty easy. And it'll take care of the ice. Like that. So here's my chicken coop. It needs some work. It's not new anymore. I've had this for, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, I guess. So it's starting to get a little dilapidated, I guess. But I wanted to show you what I do to keep my chickens warm in the winter. So I had some leftover tin I put over the top and the front, and I also did the other side so you can see down in there like that. And that kind of helps make a shelter for them because they can withstand the cold, they just can't withstand the wind. So like this coop here in the summertime, I'll have it open like here, and this will be just like hardware cloth I have in there, if you can see. But for right now, I put Lexan over the windows. I have it over that, over this, and over here. And that will keep the heat in there, and it's actually pretty amazing. When they're all in there, you can see it. When they're all in here, it's actually pretty warm. And if I open that door, you can actually feel the heat coming off of the chickens. And then this is what I do like with the manure. So the manure's in there, and I'll just keep throwing wood chips on top. And like they say, that in itself releases heat from composting basically. So I'll let that in there all winter and just keep throwing more wood chips on top. And in the spring, I'll shovel this all out and throw it on the garden. But in the meantime, because this is all hardware cloth underneath of this too, and in the summer then the air can flow freely up and down through. So it's pretty cool for them in the summer and pretty warm in the winter. And this is a coop that I built a while back. And yeah, these are little solar lights that I put on, which is, it's nice in the, like now, winter time. Turns on, so when I come out to close the door or whatever, it'll illuminate the area. Plus, I think it helps with keeping like your predators, like your foxes, raccoons, stuff like that out. And this is the run. It's pretty rough at the moment. But what I did is put this metal wire fencing around the outside. So this was kind of like a trial and error. I built this out of 1/2-inch PVC. If I did it again, I'd probably go at least an inch, because it'd be stronger, because the weak points are these 45s. And what happens is I put this like bird netting on here with zip ties. But when we get ice, it'll hang and it gets really heavy, and that's what snapped the supports. So I need to redo that and fix it. I just haven't had time to do it. So that's on the list also. But yeah, I mean, this is the run. Throw all of our leftover food scraps in there and they eat it all up. And then I just run the extension cord to the house, to the pen, and that keeps the water from freezing. But here's some more of my trees that died. You can see over here one. I don't know if these are gonna make it. It really sucks, but that's probably, I don't know, we'll see. That one looks like it's been hit pretty hard. I had all my small ones up here. That one's dead, that one's dead, that one's dead. So I have a lot of them that have died this year that I'm gonna have to transplant eventually. So you guys might wonder how I move this. Chicken tractor. I have to move this up closer to the house. That way I can put the heater in this bucket for the chickens also. But it has these wheels on the sides and it works nice for moving it back and forth, but you know, up the hill it's pretty heavy. So I will hook it up to my golf cart and drag it up the hill. So I'll show you how you do it. It's got two little levers. Shut this. Just some bolts here that go down in and lock into the wood. Holds the wheels down, and I'll back up and pull it with a golf cart. Alright, so this is what I do. I have some little eyelets right there. I got my ratchet strap. So I'll hook it to there, run it through the supports here, and I'll hook it to this side. Kind of like that. And I drag it up the hill. So we'll put it on up here. Pick out a spot here. You know, obviously all the grass is dead, so doesn't really matter, I guess. I think it still kind of helps keep the ducks warm to lay in, so I try to keep it moved. We'll start over here. And there you go, I just unhook it, and then now I can push it myself. So I'll kind of show you that, how that works. I have you can do that too. I have a piece of conduit I keep up here. I'll run it through the eyelet. I use that as my handle and just push it back where you want it. The only downside to this, you just have to make sure you have it on the level ground so you don't have gaps. Keep the foxes and predators out of the way so they can't get in. And you can kind of see here what kind of latch I use. I mean, this is, my buddy built this. I didn't build this part, but so yeah, he used a latch like that. And it's built pretty good. And then I just put a bolt through the back. And I bought these no flap tires, they're just hard plastic. And then you just put a bolt in there and stick it at the bottom. And I also have one of these little solar lights. And it works nice. Like I said, keep the nighttime animals out of the way. Leave your chickens alone. I think it helps anyway. So yeah, this is my bucket feeder for that one. And those I don't like. These kind of suck for wintertime. Has little cups on them. So I go usually switch to the other things. And I think, you know, the ducks can still get in at it. It's harder for them. So what I do is use one of these and just fill that up with water. And like I said, they splash it all out anyway. So it doesn't matter. I just fill it back up. And this here is where the eggs are. This is my ceramic egg. So they're not really laying eggs right now. And I just put their feeder in there. Another feeder. And this is the back end. There again, all the manure falls to the bottom and helps keep it warm in there. Hard to do one-handed. There we go. And then as you get on uneven ground, those things sometimes don't want to latch. But yeah, and then I put the Rubbermaid container down there. Intention for the ducks, but I have not yet once ever seen them go in there. It doesn't matter how cold it is. They'll like lay up against it where the wind blocks, I guess, but other than that, I've never seen one of them inside of it. So yeah, I'll have to run my extension cord to this one and have a little hole. Actually, this one I think I just leave open. But yeah, see how it freezes in there. So I'll have to hook that one up yet. and they'll be happy. And those are my chicks that I raised earlier. Actually, the other hen, she's on up here coming. But she actually raised them, and I think you are a rooster. But they're pretty cool looking. They're a mix of Rhode Island Red, and I'm not sure what the black ones are. But yeah, they're pretty big now. So got quite the little flock. So yeah, like I said, I'll leave links below if any of you guys that are interested. But I got these gloves off Amazon. They kind of try to like look something similar to like the Harbor Freight gloves. I like their gloves too, but they're pretty thin, and that's what I like. Keep your hands warm. And this coat I got from Amazon today, and it's got, like I said, the Sherpa line through the sleeves, through the whole coat, and the hood. It's really warm. Right now it's like 26 degrees outside. Usually I got like 2 coats on because it's cold and it's windy. That could be the only improvement for this, is that they had like a wind barrier in it. It would be like perfect. But yeah, so for 30 or 35 bucks, I think is what I spent. I think it's pretty nice. I enjoy it. Keeps you warm, and I think it's lightweight. Some people say they wasn't lightweight, but I think it's for a winter coat. I think it's pretty lightweight compared to most coats are pretty, heavy. So I consider it lightweight. But yeah, so go check it out if you want.